What are you doing up here?
There's someone after me. He's trying to kill me.
Who?
I think he works for Strange. That bastard has me working on his damn tower for 6 months, and no sooner is it all operational, he has me thrown in here.
What were you working on?
There are a number of signal relay points around the top of the tower. The specification...
I need to set up a crime scene here. It's the only way to find out who killed this man. The bullet hit here. The shot was taken from somewhere around here. I should scan the area.
There's the shell casing. Alfred, take a look at the image that's just uploaded to the Bat computer.
Is that what I think it is, Master Bruce?
It is. Deadshot is in Arkham City.
What's he doing there? Is he a prisoner?
It seems unlikely, but I'm not ruling anything out.
So, it's the world's greatest detective versus the world's deadliest assassin. Who's going to win?
Not him. Send me the full database entry for Deadshot. I've uploaded everything I know about the victim. I'll be in touch.
Feel this place getting worse, minute by minute. Survived this little encounter back in the asylum. Whew. Not many people can go head-to-head with a freaking Batmobile and survive.
The freaking man! Batman's here! You ain't welcome here, Batman! Batman is kicking their ass! Get him!
It's not dead. I don't believe it.
That computer has detected another round fired from Deadshot's weapon.
Bruce Wayne got put in Arkham City. I'd like to get 5 minutes.
I've got him! He's over here!
Looks like I found another Deadshot victim. I should scan this area for evidence. The bullet impacted here.
Deadshot struck again.
He's killed someone else? Listen, I know you don't want to hear this, but the people in there are all bad guys, right?
Some of the prisoners in here are not your typical bad guys, Barbara. There are a number of political prisoners. People who crossed Strange. Others who were tied into the mayor somehow. There's a pattern here. I just need to figure out what it is.
I'll run a trace on the latest victim, see how they're connected. What about you?
I'm going to check out the location he fired from.
They could do with sending a couple of burgers.
Deadshot left behind a tripod. Maybe it holds a clue about where to find him.
Deadshot made a mistake.
He did? That is definitely not part of his MO.
He doesn't know he made it. He used a tripod to steady his shot. The tripod has trace elements of a rust-like metallic compound. Wherever he stored his weapon must be made of that compound.
So what are you waiting for? Analyze the particles and isolate the area they came from.
This isn't my first day on the job, Barbara. The particles contain a small amount of a specific lead compound that was used in paints for a short period 20 years ago. I've isolated the possible locations, but there are too many to check. Deadshot's getting sloppy. If he makes another mistake like this, he's mine.
back! You should run, Batman! There's some kind of fight going on over there! Your mother won't recognize you when we're finished with you. This is where you're... This is it.
Did I ever tell you about my first kill, Batman? No?
Prisoner's here, sir.
Very good. Send him in.
But we haven't got the suit off him yet. He's dangerous. Are you sure?
Of course. Victor Fries and I have much in common. We will be fine. Welcome to my facility. Please, take a seat.
I prefer to stand. Why am I here?
Oh, Victor, there will be plenty of time for that later. Right now, I wish to get to know you. Discover how you came to have such a frosty outlook on life.
I have nothing to say to you. You may have taken my weapons, but my suit still has considerable offensive capabilities. I will freeze the marrow in your legs. Each bone will shatter and fracture while you remain completely aware of your impending paralysis, begging me to end you.
I don't think that you will do that, Victor.
Really? Why not?
Simple. If you hurt me, your wife will die.
Where is she? Where is my wife?
Nora is in safe hands. Now, let's discuss an incident from your childhood.
No.
Then this is over. Guard.
Wait. What do you wish to learn?
Your early years were troubled.
I was not a sociable child, but that is all.
Even your parents disowned you. They sent you away to a reform school, correct?
They did not understand my work.
Your work? According to a police report, you froze over a dozen of your neighbor's pets.
I have always had an interest in cryonic preservation. I didn't understand why my parents allowed our sick pets to die. Instead of attempting to save them. So I set about finding my own way. I intended to revive all of those creatures.
But you didn't. Which brings us to Nora.
I've seen these weird questions.
Have you ever seen a flower die? Watched something that was once so beautiful, so full of life, collapse and rot from within?
You refer to Nora's illness.
It seems like yesterday when I first found her. It all happened so quickly. Suddenly, I was losing her.
Did you seek help? What about your employer, GothCorp?
I hid it from them, diverting resources from GothCorp's research in an attempt to find the cure. But in the end, I failed. Time was running out. I knew that if I was discovered, Nora would die.
Why take that risk?
Do you know what it is to love someone? To really love them?
No.
Nora was all I could think of. I reran the diagnostics, re-examined every detail from every angle, certain that I had missed something. I cursed myself for being so blind, so stupid. Surely there was a cure. I just needed more time. Then I realized what I had to do. I had worked without sleep for a week. My needs didn't seem important. Sleep didn't matter. Food didn't matter. There was only her. I looked at Nora and I told her that I loved her. She told me there was nothing I could do, that we should just accept fate. She smiled her beautiful smile as she said it. I promised to cure her. And then I pressed the button.
You cryogenically froze her, keeping her on ice, so to speak, while you worked on a cure. It broke your heart, but now you had all the time in the world. Did you feel relieved?
I went home and fell into a deep sleep. For the first time since we discovered Nora's illness, I dared to dream. But for weeks I had ignored my superior's attempts to contact me. The next morning I overslept. By the time I got to the lab, Ferris Boyle, the CEO, was there waiting.
What did he do?
He accused me of industrial espionage, which I denied. But then his guards found Nora. Boyle told me that, like all of...
Bats here!
Have you ever seen a flower die? Have you ever seen a flower die?
I see you're too scared to face me.
Have you ever seen a flower die? Watched something that was once so beautiful, so full of life, collapse and rot from within?
You refer to Nora's illness.
It seems like yesterday when I first found her. It all happened so quickly. Suddenly, I was losing her.
Did you seek help? What about your employer, Gothcorp?
I hid it from them, diverting resources from Gothcorp's research in an attempt to find the cure. But in the end, I failed. Time was running out. I knew that if I was discovered, Nora would die.
Why take that risk?
Do you know what it is to love someone? To really love them?
No.
Nora was all I could think of. I reran the diagnostics, re-examined every detail from every angle, certain that I had missed something. I cursed myself for being so blind, so stupid. Surely there was a cure. I just needed more time. Then I realized what I had to do. I had worked without sleep for a week. My needs didn't seem important. Sleep didn't matter. Food didn't matter. There was only her. I looked at Nora and I told her that I loved her. She told me there was nothing I could do, that we should just accept fate. She smiled her beautiful smile as she said, I promised to cure her. And then I pressed the button.
You cryogenically froze her, keeping her on ice, so to speak, while you worked on a cure. It broke your heart, but now you had all the time in the world. Did you feel relieved?
I went home and fell into a deep sleep. For the first time since we discovered Nora's illness, I dared to dream. But for weeks I had ignored my superior's attempts to contact me. The next morning I overslept. By the time I got to the lab, Ferris Boyle, the CEO, was there waiting.
What did he do?
He accused me of industrial espionage, which I denied. But then his guards found Nora. Boyle told me that, like all of my research, she belonged to him. I was enraged. I attacked him. His guards beat me back, and in the struggle, I was drenched by the cryogenic chemical I had created. I lay on the floor, helpless, watching the guards steal Nora away.
Arkham City. Same old crap.
This joint tastes like crap. No wonder some of the freaks choose to eat people instead.
We have been watching you for a long time, Batman.
Fat Man, I've detected the distinctive sound of Deadshot sniper rifle firing again inside Arkham City. I've triangulated the bullet impact sound to this location. If Deadshot is killed again, the victim will be in this vicinity.
Sucker. Don't know, man. He was here when I got here. Someone knew who he was.
How do you know? There are dead people all over this hellhole.
This was an execution.
Batman! He's here! Oh, what's wrong, Bat? Too chicken to come and fight me? You should be!
Too chicken to come down and fight me?
This is going to hurt, Bat Freak.
A third victim. It looks like he was hiding behind this car when he was killed. How did Deadshot do it?
I think I found the link that connects Deadshot's victims.
Good. He's killed again. We need to stop him.
The first two both worked for Strange. The first victim was a specialist in wireless broadcast technology. He worked on the tower communication system.
And the other one?
I can't find any information about what he worked on, which is suspicious enough if you ask me. But he was previously contracted on military projects, specializing in advanced weapon delivery systems.
It's clearing up Strange's mess. I'll track this shot to see if he left anything I can use to find him. Good work, Barb.
The bullet hit here. That's how he did it. Deadshot ricocheted his shot off this gutter.
What? I've got him! He's over here!
The walls are coming down and the rest of Gotham's going to bleed.
To make the shot, Deadshot would have been lying down. His body heat melted the snow there.
We've got him, Oracle. I've isolated a number of very distinctive plastic-based particles and identified items that use this material in their construction.
So I see. Looking at the possible choices, I assume you've decided on the power substations, right?
Exactly. Cross-referencing this against locations that would definitely contain the metallic particles from the second crime scene gives us...
3 locations. You've done it. You're actually gonna catch the son of a bitch.
I've marked the map. I'll let you know what happens.
The only way I'm going to find Deadshot is to check out each of the locations. This area contains one of the electrical substations that are linked to Deadshot. I should investigate further. This wasn't the substation Deadshot's been using. This substation could be the one Deadshot used. This could be the substation I'm looking for. This one's empty. Deadshot was never here.
Arkham City now. There are little pieces of Strange spread all over Arkham City.
There's an electrical substation nearby. I should search for it and see if it's the one Deadshot used.
Sure it came from over there. It came from over here, I'm sure of it.
This wasn't the substation Deadshot's been using. This substation could be the one Deadshot used. Nothing. Deadshot was never here. There's an electrical substation nearby. I should search for it and see if it's the one Deadshot used. Deadshot was here. He was using this substation to store his equipment and... a PDA. It's heavily encrypted. I'll need to bypass the security if I'm going to find out any more about Deadshot and what he's doing here.
This PDA was definitely given to Deadshot by Hugo Strange. It looks like he was smuggled into Arkham in order to take out a specific list of threats to Strange's position. Let's see. Deadshot only has 3 targets left. Jack Ryder, Bruce Wayne, and Batman.
Damn! He's working to a schedule.
Ryder's his next hit. He's marked his current location. He's going to kill him in 3 minutes if I don't get to him in time.
Move us somewhere soon. I know it.
Look out! Batman's here! It's Batman!
Get it? Why are the phones always ringing?
It's him!
If I don't find Jack Ryder in 2 minutes, Deadshot will kill him.
You made me miss my target, Batman! I never miss! Think you can get to me? Many have tried. None have managed it. It's just business, Batman. Nothing personal. I could play this game all night, Batman. After I kill you, I'll kill Jack Ryder, Bruce Wayne. Then I can just collect my check.
This isn't over, Batman. I swear.
Did you find Deadshot?
He's not a problem anymore. I'll let Gordon know where he is and come back for him later.